Hey there, if you're watching this video, you have probably been following us over the last 2 years where we do a weekly Georgia football prediction contest where the winner gets a $50 gift certificate to an Athens business. Or maybe you found us by another way and you're new to it. Long and short, this is the end of August, and this is our first prediction contest week where Georgia's playing Oregon. And for time's sake, instead of a big presentation, I pulled up a photo that I could use of Oregon, and we'll do a little talking about it. First of all, if you'd like to get notified of the winner, or actually when the contest comes up each Tuesday, you can click subscribe at the bottom, and that way you won't be getting an email. If you don't want to click subscribe and you have been getting these by email, that's fine. Also, you can look for them on social media. But first things first, let's talk a little bit about the game in Oregon. And, truth be told, here in Athens, Georgia, we don't know a lot about the University of Oregon. Obviously, Nike comes to mind. Eugene, Oregon, I think Animal House was filmed there, Prefontaine, but also uniforms. Nike and the Oregon uniforms have been a thing for a long time. I'm obviously probably more traditional because I like a team just to have a good-looking uniform that you can kind of rely on. But as a Georgia fan, I have a little problem with Oregon, and it's not about football. If you remember the Boise State game in the I guess at the time it was the Georgia Dome, and Nike had these special uniforms for the game. Georgia came out in this terrible silver helmet with like a red stripe. They looked like a Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger villain. Oh man, I could tell from the moment they came out that game was not going to go well. I actually remember another uniform debacle in the Georgia Florida game with black helmets. When they came out of the tunnel, I texted like 10 friends, fire everyone. I'm obviously not a big uniform change guy. Some things are great. I love the black uniforms. Anyway, let's get off of that and talk about Oregon. So what we do know is Georgia's former defensive coordinator, Dan Lanning, is now the head coach at Oregon, creating a storyline that they'll talk about all week. That'll be fun. Dan Lanning was a great coach here, and I hope he's going to be a great football coach at Oregon. They also have Bo Nix, who was a very elusive quarterback at Auburn, but now is at Oregon. Now, they haven't named a starting quarterback. It's Tuesday, August 30th, but you pretty much bet Bo Nix is going to play because he didn't travel all the way to Oregon not to. So Georgia, what do we expect? Everybody's excited about the offense. Everybody's worried about the defense. That's sort of the narrative. I think it's going to be interesting. I, for one, am very excited to see some new players on defense and hear some new names, see some new linebackers, and really just excited for Georgia football. I was worried I was that fan that was kind of like my friend joked that the greyhound at the track that called the rabbit, that my enthusiasm was waning. Absolutely not. I am geared up this week and excited. So what do I think is going to happen before we tell you how to send in your prediction? This is a big game for Georgia because whatever happens, one, if they play really good and win big, then people will be like, hey, Georgia's not going anywhere. But if it's a close game where they lose, we know where that narrative goes. And, of course, in the SEC, the Bama fans will start attacking along with everybody else. I think this game, is going to be very close for 2 to 3 quarters. I think more than likely, Oregon's going to put up some points. They've got a lot of players from their former coach that recruited well. And I do think over 4 quarters, though, Oregon will not have the depth, and then Georgia will be able to take control of the game later. I think Georgia, hopefully I'm going to predict, let's say 42 points to Oregon's, let's go ahead and say 28, 31, 42 to 31. I'm calling for a closer game decided late in the half. Let's show you what, keep in mind, I can't win. So if you predict it and it's right, you can still win. Let's show you what you need to do to get your prediction in. So obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can comment below. Best way to make sure we see it, info@5mrealty.com. Comment on YouTube or Facebook. And if you're watching, you can go on our website. We have videos there that if you go to the resources tab, this video will be there. You can submit it on our website. So info@5mrealty.com, comment on YouTube, Facebook, or 5mrealty.com. If you're there watching there, you can fill in the contact form. Have a great week. Go Dogs. And we will update you next week on the winner. And, of course, start our next week's prediction contest. Have a great week.